At last, I have finally collected and categorized all my most favorite Minecraft elements. It took me 100 hours, but it was well worth it.
Hey Donnie, check out my new skate ramp.
Oh no, Mikey, this area is off limits.
Come on, let's do something for the fans.
No, Mikey, please. Here we go. Mikey, no.
Ugh, think I cracked my shell.
Well, there's always Terraria. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Out of the Shadows action figures on the table today. Looking quite shell-shockingly great. I'm quite impressed with these guys. Although it's hard not to be impressed after the last run of Movieverse figures. It looks like this time the movie designers and toy makers have created a turtle that actually looks like a turtle that we want to play with. Leonardo appears more youthful with his street fighting gear and less clutter like we saw from the first movie. What is that, a placemat? On the back of the package, we have a good assortment of first run figures, the 4 turtles and some variants of the turtles in different costumes, plus the bad guys and any secondary other characters. Let's free Leo from his plastic shell and see how he turns out outside of the package. Leo outside of the box looking quite cool with his turtle pants. And a pretty impressive paint job overall. There's lots of different things going on with these guys. The last few years we've seen some pretty simplified versions of these turtles and other toys. And it feels like they went a little more with these guys. I like the blue sword holder. It's a quick and easy way to work with Leo's colors. Really good proportion with this turtle. It feels like they've worked a little bit on these from the last time. He does not feel as hunched over as they did from the first movie. I keep bringing this guy out. There's such a huge difference. The new Leo may look a little bit different on screen, but I really appreciate the brighter green skin tone and more youthful feel with all his modern gear versus all these strange wrappings that were on the first run turtles. What are those? Medieval sandals? I'm noticing some pretty good articulation as well on some of these figures. Again, Playmates has been a little bit lacking in articulation lately, but I'm seeing quite a bit so far. Lots of great shoulder movement, elbows that spin and move and turn, wrists, of course 360 head rotation, hip joints that you can do all sorts of things, knees, even rotates around at the knee. That's a great way to go and injure yourself. Nothing really on the ankles this time. But that's okay because I'm not the biggest fan of ankle joints. They often cause falling over. But just plenty of places to position your turtle in many different ways. And of course, Leo comes with the swords. Good balance overall with them. I'm glad they were cast in gray plastic and not some silly rainbow color. I guess they could have been blue. Alright, which turtle should we look at next? Michelangelo? Raphael, or Donatello? Let's go with Donatello. Donatello, the tech nerd of the group. This is another thing I see these figures doing better than ever, is each of the turtles' personalities is really pronounced in the figures, either through various gear and weapons and what they're wearing. It looks like pretty much the same thing on the back of all these Turtles boxes. It would have been nice to have bio cards. Alright, opening Donatello. Donatello is looking very tall, almost human-like out of all the turtles because of his height-pants ratio. There is a lot of tech gear going on Donnie, and it looks pretty good. What is that, a proton pack on his back there? Overall painted pretty well, although I do see a few things that are missed. There's some things going on his arm and head. but there's still enough other things painted that balances him pretty well. It looks like he has the same articulation points as Leo. I think those knees are some of my favorite, being able to turn them for various kicking maneuvers. His backpack almost makes him a little back tippy though. Donatello comes with a nifty little drone with camera. And for some reason his bow staff has a little grabber on it. Have you seen that video on Facebook lately where someone invented that spider catcher with the little grabber, and you can kind of grab the spider and pick him up and take him outside, put him in a plant, bring him back? Kind of neat. That is a Donatello. Oh, and I think you can take off his headphones and put them on his backpack. So that's kind of a cool extra little gig. I love it when you can attach things to your bag. Moving on to Mikey and Raph. Who shall we open up next? Let's go with Raphael. Raph is looking really beefy and mean in this figure. Definitely looking tough guy. Raphael out of the pack, looking quite wide and mean. The facial expressions have been pretty limited on these, but you can tell he's a little more stern than the other three. Maybe it's the addition of all those extra straps going around his front shell. Good looking turtle shorts, although I see a little bit of the green hinge showing up. But again, since there is enough paint and things going on, things like that don't bother me too much. Good shoulder padding on that left side. His size plug-in on the back there, two little clips. They're kind of close together though, so they might compete with each other and knock one off. Although now I'm seeing extra clips here on his side, so that's probably where you're going to want to put the size. Like so, and then use his climbing gear for the back. I'm guessing that's how it goes. I think these clips are a little bit too tight for these. These are pretty thick. But that's kind of cool. You can really gear him out, although they will be a little bit possibility of dropping. And it looks like we have pretty much the same points of articulation on Raph. Great figure. Looking at Raph here, it's pretty amazing how far these turtles have come from the first movie with the Jim Henson designs. I have one, but it's pretty roughed up, so I probably don't want to compare it today.
Oh, come on! You have to show him now. I want to see the old Jim Henson version of the turtle. It'll be okay.
Well, okay, but be warned, he's a little rough around the edges. Kinda like Raph.
Oh, I don't feel so good. Oh.
Oh my god! What is that?
Well, that's what's left of Raphael, a Movieverse Jim Henson style figure from back in the 90s.
Oh my goodness! Why would you bring him out? He's been mutilated! That's awful! I can't believe you showed him!
You were asking. I thought it was okay. I told you he was rough around the edges.
That's just mean! I can't believe you did that! Ugh!
Yeah, that's really cold, Dan. How would you like it to see yourself with your legs and arm cut off? Yeah, I guess that would be pretty shocking. Well, Raph, maybe I'll restore you to your greatness one day. You can head on back to the back.
I think I'll do that. And maybe just lay down for a while.
There's no decision making here. Let's finish off with the fan favorite Michelangelo. Mikey out of the pack, looking a bit short. I'm not exactly sure I like the Mikey style of design from these new movies. I think I can go with the other three turtles looking pretty good, but something feels off about Mikey. I know he's usually cast a little smaller, which is fine, but since he feels hunched up a little bit, not sure I like it. We've got another pack on his shell, and you could fit those nunchucks there and there, so that's always good. Though they are a bright orange. Kind of like his sunglasses though on his backpack though. And I do like this skateboard accessory with rolling wheels of sorts. Simply pop onto the pegs there. And looks like he holds on pretty well, so that's a really cool accessory. And actually with him sitting on his skateboard, he feels a little better because it feels like the figure has been designed to stand on it and look good on it. Doesn't roll very well though. I like his kicks. I like how they put the little numbering down there on the bottom. I don't know if that is intentional, but it looks good. It kind of feels like it was designed to go on his shoe. I'm starting to warm a lot to Mikey here. Good looking figure. And the team grouped together looking pretty solid. All four of them play off each other really well for a good grouping of toys. I think Playmates did an outstanding job this time with this series for the price point and all that. I know it has to be really difficult to pull off a realistic Ninja Turtle in a movie feature, and it looks like this time they've smoothed out the details much better than what we saw before. Yeah, that's right, Leo. I had to bring you out one more time. What is that? Masking tape and cardboard armor? Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Out of the Shadows action figures appeared on store shelves April 2016. They will run you about $10 a piece and do not need to be fed. Again, this group was surprisingly awesome. I recommend picking one up if you still collect action figures. That's what I have to say about that.
Squirrels Out of the Shadows would have been a scarier movie title. Thanks for watching Squirrel Stampede. Please like, share, subscribe.
Well, looky what we have here. Look at this. This turtle looked like he got pounded. We should pound him some more.
I wouldn't do that. I'm pretty grumpy right now regarding the situation.
Let's get him, Bebop. Huh?
Ah!